So it's the second snow of the year, the second real snow that is. Some of the lowest on record for snow for the year. Today's the last day of the year. Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully your Christmas and your New Year is everything you hope it to be. I'm unfortunately got to race home, and I have to fix that. That is my seatbelt light. The switch inside the seatbelt is not registering the seatbelt. You can see that I've got it on. What the fuck? Paying attention, asshole? So I gotta fix that. But I'm racing home right now so that I can meet the guy for the internet. He's supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. He called me. I had it scheduled yesterday between 9 and 11 in the morning, which was the day that I was supposed to get the internet hooked up. They never showed. I called about noon, and the lady said that I was in fact scheduled between 9 and 11. She was going to get a hold of the guy to figure out what was going on. Called me back about a half hour later. Actually, the guy, the installer, called me back and apologized. He said that he didn't get the paperwork until after he was already on that job, and they did not anticipate that it was going to take so long. So unfortunately, he was running late. It wasn't going to be till about 1:30. Of course, I had been up all day long from work, so I just told him I'd reschedule. So I rescheduled again for the same time frame, 9 to 11, and he called me about a half hour ago and said he's on his way. So he was actually able to get there a lot earlier this time, an hour earlier. So that's good news. But unfortunately, just getting out of work, I have to race home in this road, trying not to speed, in order to meet him there. I told him that I wasn't going to get out of work till shortly before 8. He said he was going to arrive right around 8, so I said I would get home as quick as possible. But so finally I'm going to get internet. It's WOW Internet. It's Wide Open West. First time I've ever had this company or even heard of them, believe it or not. Before this whole thing, I had actually never heard of these guys. Shit, I'm going to miss this light. Never heard of them before. And so maybe I won't miss this light. Somebody's on the other side waiting. That's weird. Usually it changes back right away. But anyway, so never heard of this company until today, or actually last week when I went to order internet. They only offer a 15 meg service right now, but in the state of Michigan, they're going to start rolling out in March, I guess, a 30 and a 50 meg. For me, I need the speed because I upload videos to YouTube, and depending on the length and so on, they can be, 3-4 gigs each. And on a 15 meg connection with one upload, it'll take hours and hours and hours to upload these videos. So that's something else that I'm going to be running into as far as the problem, is that uploading videos is going to be painful, and I won't be able to use the internet simultaneously while uploading a video. I used to have AT&T DSL, and it was the same speed, and whenever I was uploading a video, I basically couldn't do anything else. I mean, that was it. It was dead as a doornail for any downloads, uploads, whatever. So I'm not looking forward to that, but if they do in fact increase the speed like they say they are in March, I'm going to pick up right away on the 50 meg service, because I've got a 50 meg service, or I had a 50 meg service through Comcast. It was a 50 and 10 up. So I'm hoping that when they increase the download, they also increase the upload, because that'd be stupid to keep it at 1, because then there's no point for me. I mean, I download stuff, but it's mainly the upload speed that I need. So, right now the guy should be pulling in. I'm almost home. We're going to get this all hooked up, and I'll start, I've been editing videos, but there's not much I can really do as far as uploads because I don't have internet. I do have my cell phone, which I upload my raw videos from. The problem is while I'm at work, I only get 3G, so I'll have to, if I go that route, I have to leave my phone out in the car, and I really don't like to when it's cold. I don't like to have the phone out in the car. I'm trying to get home as soon as possible so that I can meet the guy. I don't want him to have to wait Although they made me wait yesterday, but I know it wasn't his fault. I'm sure that he didn't look down and say, well, screw this guy, I don't care about it. Because I did make the appointment the night before they were supposed to come out. I called the representative and said, hey, if you got anything in the morning. He's like, oh yeah, I got something in the morning, don't worry about that. I'll meet you between 9 and 11. Cool. Well, that wasn't too bad, but apparently communication didn't get from one place to the other or whatever, so this is actually the first time I'll be driving down this road in snow. That might not sound too interesting to you, but there's a lot of twists and turns in this road, a lot, as you can see ahead of you. So I don't know how well they actually plow or salt this road. This is a really weird road. It's really twisty, turny, up, down, left, right, everywhere, just to get home. And these two neighborhoods here, oh my God. The houses on the left side that we're passing go for a minimum of $400,000. The houses on the right go for a minimum of $600,000. And there's actually 3 homes in there. There's a head coach for Michigan State, I believe it's football or basketball, one of the two, who lives in there, and he lives in one of the most expensive ones. It's just a tad over $1 million for that home. Now, of course, this isn't Beverly Hills or anything else like that, but in Michigan, you know, in this area here, $1 million home is definitely something to gaze at, because we don't have too many of those around here, hardly any. You know, we go to Farmington Hills and in that area there, yeah, you're gonna find them on every corner, but here we don't see too many of those. So this neighborhood, this area here is just rich, rich, rich. And we drove through there, and I can't believe some of the homes. Me personally, I would rather have land and a smaller home than have a really nice big home and have, you know, 1/10 of an acre that you're sitting on. Yeah, you've got this great sized home, but you're right on top of your neighbor, and you don't have any way to enjoy anything except for what's inside the home. So I personally would much rather have land and a smaller home that I can actually enjoy. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to mow the lawn and so on, but you know, that's just something you just have to deal with.